back to OCBC Arena for day 4 of the Singlife Nations Cup, where the stakes are rising, the margins are tight, and every pass has been hotly contested. We guarantee plenty more to come over 3 games today. I'm Tamara Weatherburn, and joining me again in commentary today is Pavin Nair. Pav, welcome back.
Thanks, Tamara. Nice to be joining you for commentary again.
And as you can see, we have 3 exciting games up first. Malaysia, Isle of Man, followed by PNG versus Kenya. And friendly fire, we have Singapore Vanders taking on Singapore A later today. After 3 days of fierce competition, tactical brilliance, and moments that have had us on the edge of our seats, we see Kenya take the lead in the competition, the only team to remain undefeated in the Nations Cup. Finals on the horizon, every quarter counts. Up first, we see Malaysia taking on Isle of Man, who, despite some great performances, they are still chasing their first win of this competition. Whether you're joining us courtside or tuning in from afar, you're part of a global netball family witnessing the beauty of international sport. As we look down to the courts, we get ready to call on the teams. We'll hand over to our event MC, Zia Al-Rushan, who will call on the teams.
Without further ado, let me introduce to you Team Malaysia. At goal shooter, Siti Maisara. At goal attack, Nordiana Nutsabadini. At wing attack, Noor Amisha. At center, Haisha Maisara. At wing defense, captain Noor Shafaziliana. At goal defense, Ashwini Kalidas. At goalkeeper, Nuris Shazlin. Their substitutes, Noor Izarin Aizi, Adila Jasmine, Fariza Muhammad Fauzi, Fatin Najiha Rahmad, Lesharani Jewa. Head coach, Cho Kon Lee. Assistant coach, Amina Asari. Team manager, Zainon Mohammad Noor. Physiotherapist, Faiza Mohammad Jais. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Team Malaysia. And now for the Team Isle of Men. At goal shooter, Alice Cross. At goal attack, Becca Cook. At wing attack, Lexa Hattersley. At center, co-captain Ashley Hall. At wing defense, Kenzie Pizze. At goal defense, Natalie Swells. At goalkeeper, Zoe Kirkham. Their substitute, Alish Harris. Co-captain, Rachel Johnston. Chloe Swells. Rhian Evans, Paige McQuarrie. Head coach, Jane Lomas. Assistant coach, Nordia Masters. Team manager, Pip Cross. Physiotherapist, Alex Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Team Isle of Men. And now for the match officials, our umpires for today's match are Adrian Abrahams and Jessica Teng, with reserve umpire Rachel Stebbings.
All right, we are just moments away from this first match of day 4. A close match we can expect. Malaysia on 2 points, Isle of Man chasing their first points of the competition. We see Hattersley get the nod in that wing attack position today. Impressive when she came on. Pav, anyone you're looking forward to seeing out on court today?
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to the combination between Hall and Hattersley. I thought they did really well in yesterday's game when Hattersley was injected into the wing attack position and Hall moved into the center position, which we usually don't see her at because Johnson usually helms that position most of the time. Yeah, so I think the coach really liked what happened and what she saw with these two coming on in the middle. So I think she's looking to see how they can build more momentum from their combinations together.
And perhaps some fresh leg injection we'll be able to see from Johnston. Some great combinations they have through the middle. Jessica Teng, umpire with the match ball. She'll look to get us underway very shortly. And we'll, of course, see the countdown on the screen here at OCBC Arena. The first centre pass will be the way of Isle of Man. And there's the whistle. Hattersley straight out onto the ball in that outside corridor. Cook connects through, trailing on her entry. Give and go. And the first goal of the game goes to Cook. What can we expect to see from Cook from Isle of Man?
Yeah, I think she's been really consistent for them. Her drive, her speed, and I think her confidence to just go to post. I think that's what's really keeping her on court, actually, because she didn't get a start in the first game of day one, but after her injection and proving herself and her ability, I think the coach has given her all that confidence, and she's been taking it in her stride.
Certainly enjoyable to watch. I love her movements in the shooting circle. Hattersley up the guts in the center. Progressing to the goal third. Oh, and the tip from Ashwini. Certainly see a lot more of that from her today. Turns. Composure. Unable to sink that. Attempts the rebound. But we will see Malaysia with the throw-in. Patience down court. And we can see Isle of Man implementing a zone-style defense early. What will they be looking to achieve with that?
Yeah, so basically they're going to try and take up space in the center third. And I think it's really paid off because they slowed down the progress of Malaysia down the court. And there we see the goalkeeper of Isle of Man, Kirkham. She came out with a really nice intercept there.
Always so insightful, Pav. We're so lucky to have your netball knowledge here with us in the commentary booth. Of course, 42 caps for Singapore. Listen in, you'll get plenty more hot tips here. Malaysia with the centre pass, just under 13. Oh, and beautiful work from Hall. Malaysia will take the throw-in. Looks long. Oh, beautiful take from Amisha. Owning that wing attack position. And Siti Masara, able to finish, has been so strong for them. Looks long. Hattersley finding good depth down court, connecting well with Cook and into cross. Of course, here with her mum, Pip, team manager. And another on the board, taking the early lead just by one. I was talking to coach Jane Lomas earlier this morning, and she was talking about the effort her team had been putting in. The Isle of Man Manx Rams. So impressed with what they've been doing this week. Day 4 of competition though. Of course, you're familiar playing in these Nation Cup tournaments where having to back up day in and day out. What are these players likely to be feeling in day 4 of competition?
Yeah, I think this is like the midway point of the competition. Tomorrow is officially the break day. So, yeah, I think legs are definitely fatigued, bodies are fatigued. But, you know, you just got to keep going. And that's what your bench is also for, the rotation in the combinations. And coaches are also trying to, like, get their best combination out. So they're just trying to suss things out. And, yeah, I think, as mentioned before, just getting all your fuel, your nutrition, stretches, recovery right.
And a welcome break tomorrow. I'm sure many of these teams, though, will still find their way down to the netball court. They'll be looking to fine-tune before the final round. Of course, we'll see... Oh, was that...
Oh.
Yeah.
Over a third.
Over a third. Just didn't quite have awareness of where she was on the court. Natalie Swales. Straight back into defense, though. Kirkham, long reach. Able to put off Siti Masara.
Oops. It's quite a tumble there.
Little tumble. Straight back up. And we see Malaysia sitting back into an offline defense. Both teams utilizing a zone style. Oh, and they come up with the ball. That's 2 effective zones we've seen.
Yeah.
One from each of these countries. Some strategy coming out early, no doubt. Both teams would be doing their match analysis, reviewing their strategies. As you spoke about, Pav, the ability to roll your bench, have different changes depending on what matchups we'll see out there. Early on, any matchups that are standing out to you?
I think at the moment, I like how Isle of Man have gone to Kirkham to start in the goalkeeper position, because we know that Siti Maisara has been that dominant goal shooter for Malaysia. She's the one that they've been counting on for the shots. So I think in terms of height and size, I think Kirkham is the one that matches with her, against her evenly. And we have seen her come up with quite a number of intercepts or tips already.
Excellent observations as we see a throw-in the way of Malaysia. 4-all. We expected a close game. Long bounce pass. Finding top of circle. Here she is again. The split to get closer to the post and able to finish to take the lead for Malaysia. And they'll have the next centre pass. Connecting through the middle. Just a little misconnect. Thought that CT Maisara was going one way. But as you said, Kirkham having the impact, winning the ball for the Isle of Man. Hall with the speed. I must admit, I'm enjoying this Isle of Man attacking end. They are connecting beautifully. Cross on the hold. Contact call. Offensive contact call from Cook.
So the ball has been going up and down quite a number of times. Both defenders of both teams really putting their dominance on court.
A bit of a defensive game we have on our hands. Shooter-to-shooter connection spoiled again by Kirkham.
There we go, the battle of the goalkeepers.
You called it, Pav. Pav, I'm going to call you Pav now. Thinking of a favourite Australian dessert we have, pavlova.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps a little bit hungry up here in commentary. And back with the centre pass, Isle of Man. Oh, Ashwini so strong. Eyes for nothing but the ball. Contact call here. Kirkham 2-on-2 while Swales is looking for the hunt. Lots of pressure in that defensive circle there. Obstruction call comes.
Swales did really well to put her hands over the ball really quickly, so it made the goal attack Nordiana just having to bring the ball away from her hands, but unfortunately she just took a step in and the obstruction call came her way.
Pushes there from the goal attacks. Trying to prevent entry into the goal third.
It's getting quite physical in this game. There we see quite a number of offensive contacts just like that in the first quarter.
And a lot on the line here. An important win for both these nations. Just under 7. It is the way of Malaysia, 7-4. Oh, Cook. Beautiful movement, connecting with Hall.
Beautiful timing on that pop.
Beautiful timing, finds cross under the post. Can see, if we look over at the Isle of Man bench though, Johnston, she's up.
Yep.
Perhaps will we see her inject into this game? Just to the difference, and ball in hand of Cross. Cook, we've talked about her height in that shooting circle, still often able to come up with the rebounds. Throw in. A held ball is called.
So I think the height and the lengthiness of Ashwini as goal defense in Malaysia really gives a lot of pressure over Cook while she's attempting the shot.
And Malaysia too quick for the zone setup there.
That was a fantastic down the line, on one side of the court. Good
Down
timing.
the line with the centre pass. Hattersley. Great work from the wing attack. Of course, we see all players on court playing across attacking and defensive roles. How important is it for your attackers to still be strong defensively?
Yeah, I think we require really all 7 to be on defense once the ball is turned over, because I think, you know, you just can't leave it up to the actual defenders in the defending third to try and turn over balls. If you could turn it up earlier on in the center third or even your attacking goal third, I think that would be great.
And the changes come. We see Hall into wing attack, Johnston on. Probably a change we could expect. I don't know, Hattersley was doing a really good job, but you know, sometimes just going back to a experienced connection, maybe that's the change they need to bring this 2-goal margin back down. And opportunity here, ball in hand. And spoiled by Shazleen, coming in over the goal line.
Yeah, I didn't expect the change to come in so quickly, but like to say, I think it's the experience to try and calm the whole team down and just have control with the ball in hand.
And in these close games, how important is it to have that cool experience that we will see in players like Hall and Johnston, both over 40 caps to their names?
Yeah, I think it's really important. And if in a team where you have a mixture of seniors and juniors, usually the seniors are the ones standing up in like the crucial moments, just calming the whole team down, keeping those inexperienced ones on court in check and sticking to the game plan.
And probably someone that hasn't had enough airtime from us, Amisha, Malaysia wing attack. She has such quick footwork on her release and step around to give and go or drive quickly down court.
Yeah,
a wing defense yourself, how hard is that to defend?
Yeah, she's really quick, agile, you know, and she does that like cut and pass really, really well to hit circle edge. I think I saw her dominance really in yesterday's game against Singapore A, especially in that final quarter where they took the lead and extended it. Yeah, so I think with a wing attack like that, you really, really have to keep her off the circle edge, push her to the side, put her away from the ball if possible. Yeah, just not giving her that direct path to the ball.
And certainly Isle of Man have recognised that, as we just saw at the previous centre pass, opting for a double team there. Johnston with the ball. Ball quick over the line. Strong drive. And Ashwini again.
I think I saw that space there, but it was just the type of pass that was delivered to a cross.
Type of pass. Perhaps a fake could be useful from Isle of Man to try and draw the Malaysian defenders, because we know there's some agility, particularly in Cook in that goal circle. If you can shift the defenders and open her up, that could be really dangerous for Isle of Man. And the rebound comes. Gee, they're quick down court.
Yes, they are. There we see Amisha, the wing attack. A lovely front cut to get the ball so strongly.
We'll keep our eyes on her. Siti Masara, so good under the post. Very agile as well for a tall goal shooter. Malaysia. Swales doesn't give up.
Oops.
And the penalty will be taken in the circle. Quick pass off with both defenders out of play. Isle of Man with the ball, just under 2 to go in this first quarter. Johnston drives down court. Swing ball across. Connects with Cook. Johnston so speedy. Onto circle edge. Little underarm pass into Cook. Able to finish. Back to 3. Isle of Man will want to get the stop here. Yeah, contact call. Something had to be called. It was either a contact or a footwork. So the contact comes, and they're straight down court. Siti Masara steps in and bounces. Strong hands over from Kirkham, but does not bother the Malaysian goal shooter. Cross turns to post. A little bit over.
Yeah, Cross has been a little bit unsteady with her shots in the crucial moments. She's getting the ball pretty relatively easy, actually, so I think she just really needs to stay calm while attempting those shots. Cook once again shot us in a circle, but first to the rebound.
And she's able to finish. As Malaysia, another opportunity here. 30 seconds left. Siti Masara rolls out, unable to connect though. A little bit of attention there from Pizzi. Pass off, shooter to shooter.
We've been seeing quite a number of that pass off from Diana to Maisara. And it's actually working, in my opinion.
Why wouldn't you when you've got such a great target? Isle of Man, I think they'll be beaten by the clock here. And they are taking us to the end of the first term. Malaysia up by 4, 10 to 14. Don't go away, we'll look at a few little highlight reels from the first quarter. Pav, talk to me, what are we seeing early in this first term?
Yeah, I think both teams have started off a little bit shaky, both not settling in. Quite a number of turnovers in the first half of this first quarter. But I think towards the second term of this first quarter, we see Malaysia a little bit more settled in their attack. I think for Isle of Man, what has been a slight letdown is their shooting. They were able to get the ball in the circle in a comfortable position, but unfortunately just not sinking in those shots. So Malaysia has really capitalized on those rebounds and bringing it all the way down to goal. So I think we might see a change in the shooting position for Isle of Man. Maybe just a change in the goal shooter position in particular. For Malaysia, I think the coach will be sticking to the same combinations because I think they've managed to steady down and settle in and got a momentum with this 7 on court.
Yes, we've seen momentum the way of Malaysia in this first quarter. Will a change come? We'll be back very soon to find out in this first game of day 4, the 2025 Singlife Nations Cup.
Malaysia against Team Isle of Man.
Welcome back to the Nations Cup. Oh, we've started with a little spill.
Alicia's smiling, so I think she's all good.
She's okay. Where the scores are 14-10, the way of Malaysia taking on the Manx Rams from Isle of Man. Malaysia unable to finish, but able to get the rebound, has another attempt and converts. Isle of Man with the center pass. Patience here down court. Johnston with the ball. She finds the space in the pocket. Cook taking that front space in the circle, able to finish.
Really nice play there between Cook and Johnston.
We'll see Malaysia with the center pass. And Adalia Jasmine enters the court into that goal defense position. Oh, great defense there. They've been relentless.
I was watching a little bit of basketball. They were both taking turns to tap the ball.
And we see that zone defense again from Malaysia. Cook finding space through the middle, opening it up as our mid-courts co-captains connect.
Really nice ball speed there for the Isle of Man. Just catching the defenders off guard in for Malaysia. Oh, nice save there by the goal shooter Cross.
Able to retain possession for her country. She's holding under the post. Trying to find space along the goal line. The contact call comes. And so just the one change for these two teams. As you said, Pav, I think just settling into these lineups, important for both sides to settle, find their rhythm. Oh, cross, arm up early. She does have space behind her. Oh, and with the rebound, she just came really strong onto that one. Malaysia with the center pass. We have a break call. They'll move the ball up to the transverse line. Contact. And mid-range pass off. Again, there's that shooter-to-shooter pass.
I think the Isle of Man defenders really need to watch for that thing. It's been happening a bit too often.
And what would we need to see from the Isle of Man defenders to start to break down that connection, break down that shooter-to-shooter pass?
I think the defender that's putting hands over the goal attack just needs to be aware that while you're putting that pressure over that shot, just be aware that the pass is also going to come. So in a way, blocking the vision over the ball as well as extending your other hand out so that the pass doesn't come so easily.
Great advice there. But of course,
oh wow, beautiful play.
Oh, the circle was open and she took that space flying through. Oh, it would have been nice to have finished that. That would have been a beautiful play. But if we see a wider shot, you'll be able to see that. Here we go, the zone defense is back on. Malaysia, no problem finding their way through. And beautiful connection in. The contact call comes outside the circle. Siti Masara, very clever though, not losing her positioning under the circle, under the post, sorry. The ball sprays over the goal line, collected by one of our fantastic volunteers. So many people here to support the Nations Cup. And another one on the board for Malaysia, 17-13. Bit over 10 in the second quarter.
Oh wow, lovely attack there by Malaysia. Just so fast with their attacking moves as well, the ball speed. There we go, a lovely triangle play.
Excellent ball speed. Use of the triangle to open up the circle, and we see Amisha with the little fist pump. She liked that play, we liked that play.
Yeah, it was really nice. I think it was the best play of Malaysia for today.
Play of the day. So far, plenty more netball to come. Another 40 minutes in this game. 2 more games to follow. We see current Nation Cup leaders,
Oh,
Kenya.
good try there by Shafaz, the wing defense of Malaysia. Oh, and the call went in to her favor actually. So the contact call is against Hall.
A brilliant effort there. Oh, long! Oh, unable to keep that one in.
The idea was there, but
The idea was there.
the execution of that pass just a little bit too much over the top.
I think we saw a lot of long passes in yesterday. And as we were saying, PNG take on Kenya at 5 p.m. local time. Kenya undefeated. And at 7 p.m, Singapore Vanders versus Singapore A. Cook on the goal line, that opened up beautifully.
But I think it was like the pass across from Hall, between Hall and Johnson, that actually opened up Cook right at the bottom of the pole. So really nice give and go there between the mid-court players.
And there's that shooter change you anticipated. Gee, it's like you've been around netball for a while.
I actually anticipated that change from the start of the second quarter, but okay, I think they just wanted to see how Cross could settle in a little bit more.
And I think she did a good job in that start of the second quarter, but we've talked about it a bit over this week. It is a long week of netball, so utilising the depth on your bench, so important. Johnston so strong, taking on the drive onto circle edge. Isle of Man. If I think back to game 1 against Singapore, They have been so much more effective in their movements around the circle edge. I think at times they got a little stuck in game one, just swinging the ball, getting a bit too wide. We can see them centering up. Great timing from their shooters. I'm really enjoying the movement we are seeing from the Manx Rams. And of course, a long way to travel. They've settled in to this competition. Obstruction call, but they don't need the second attempt. 5 is the difference. Malaysia in control.
At the same time, I feel like as the games have gone on, I feel like the shooting combination, the chemistry between Diana and Siti Maisara are actually getting better and better. You can see their timing in terms of how they complement each other's moves in the circle to open up and try and get the ball has been really nice. Especially, I think I see it very clear in this game today.
I would agree, a great shooting combination, and we know Malaysia have a few new players into this side, so working through different combinations and of course testing different things against different nations with different styles. Cook holding position but unable to come up with the rebound. Malaysia, strong hold from Adalia Jasmine.
A lovely drive there through the middle by Amisha, the wing attack.
She's been a favourite for us today up in commentary. The little fake. So important for those mid-courts to take the load, bring it down, so shooters are able to get good positioning in the shooting circle. Here she comes again. Long connection.
Oh, I thought that pass was really nice.
Just perhaps missing a little bit of touch on the end just to get that slight float in to Siti Masara, because we know she's strong in there. Oh, we have the chase. Malaysia coming up with the loose ball. Down the outside channel. Top of circle. Here she is again, Siti Masara.
Oh, wow. Brilliant intercept there by the goal defense of Malaysia. Adilia Jasmine. She's really good off the mark. Like her burst to just go with 2 hands to intercept the ball.
She has had a good impact into this game. And we see Pizzy into the goal defense role for Isle of Man. Just setting the penalty there. Players just taking a breath. Paul says, let's get on with it. Turn, address the post, little short. Ailish Harris entering the court into that goal shooter position. Same height as Cross, 32 caps to her name. So let's see if the experience of Harris and apologies for the pause. We were just listening in to try and catch what umpire Jessica Tang was saying. I believe persistent contact, so has advanced the ball under the post. And a few changes coming. We'll see Ashwini back into the court. Goal defense bib back on. Adalia Jasmine had done a good job though.
Yeah, I think she looks a little bit like she's sustained a niggle or something, because she's gone straight to the physio bed and the physio is with her right now, just assessing her injury.
And Malaysia, unfortunately, already have one injury. Fatin Najiha ruled out for the Nations Cup. We are sending out well wishes for a speedy recovery. Johnston with the centre pass. Top of circle. Cook presenting perhaps a touch early there. Ashwini was just able to come around, but
lovely shot there by Cook.
beautiful
Over the long
finish.
arms of Ashwini.
Malaysia. Long shot. Oh, we see the pass. That shooter-to-shooter connection. Isle of Man just unable to break that connection down. They'll go back up. Oh, Amisha, she's everywhere. We have the early double team from Malaysia, giving Harris.
Lovely roll there by Johnston, just to get off the defender and get the ball right at the circle edge.
Very clever mid-quarter. Cook dropping short. Few misses from Cook now, perhaps getting a little bit tired. She's doing a lot of work out the front. Oh, okay. Little knock to the head. She's straight back up though, Peasy.
I think it was like using the ball to try and get her off. Amisha just tried to use the ball to get the defender off, and I think accidentally just knocked her in the face.
Just got in the way of the fake. It happens. Looks long. Siti Masara out of the circle. Contact call comes.
I think the Isle of Man defenders are just getting quite a bit of whistle and down this end. I think they really just need to get off the body and try and challenge.
And another point on the board. 2 minutes to go until half-time. A 9-goal margin.
Lovely triangle play.
Cook able to sink this one. And we can see that double team from Isle of Man trying to shut down Amisha, but she drops into the back space. Swing ball. And penalty pass just inside the circle. Within range. And she sinks another. Great drive from Hall.
So I just took a peep at the scoreboard and I noticed the second quarter has blown out quite a bit. 14 goals in favour to the Isle of Man and 8 to Malaysia. 14 goals in favour to Malaysia and 8 to the Isle of Man.
They've already matched their first quarter score with just under a minute to go. Isle of Man with the centre pass. Looking long, Cook. Johnston finds circle edge. Harris steps on. Long range shot, opts for Cook. Fancy footwork from Cook as she resets the ball. 20 seconds to go, margin of 10. Malaysia, they'll be looking to stretch that score out to 11.
We just got to pass it in. There we go. A lovely pass there from Shafaz, the captain of Malaysia.
And they're able to score right before the buzzer. The final whistle before halftime. It is a 11-goal difference the way of Malaysia. Parv, is this what you expected from this game, or do you think it might be a little bit closer?
No, I actually thought the game would be much closer than this, as in I do expect Malaysia to be a little bit more experienced, but I didn't think the gap would have extended to this far in the first half. I think it's really just the letdown of the shooting accuracy of the Isle of Man. So we see the injection of Harris. She's come in nicely, getting the ball, but also just lacking in that confidence to shoot or even putting up the shot. So yeah, I think that has been a downfall for the Isle of Man.
Yes, often opting to pass off to her partner in crime in the shooting circle, Cook. And of course, she's been great, as we see her on the screen right now. But from your goal shooter, you really want her to address the post. High volume, high accuracy is what you're looking for from a goal shooter. Anyone impressed you so far?
For me, I think it's been actually the entire Malaysian team. No particular credits to one player. I think they've been relentless on defense. They've been quick, fast on attack, and Maisara has been sinking in that shots for her. Even here and there, we see a lot of pass off to her, but I think the movement created by Nordiana as a goal attack has been tremendous. So yeah, I think credits to the entire Malaysian team. They've taken their game to another level today.
Haven't they? And breaking down that shooting combination we see on screen, that will be important for the next half. Welcome back to the second half. We're here for day 4 of the Nations Cup as Cook unable to pull that one in. She's moved to the goal shooter position. We haven't seen her there yet this competition. What can we think we'll see from a more mobile, moving goal shooter role?
I think perhaps because, as we can see in the first half of the game, Cook has been the one really converting for Isle of Man. So I think just putting her in the goal shooting position just gives her a little more space in the shooting circle to get the ball, and maybe less running as a goal shooter. So she wouldn't be out of breath or a little bit too tired trying to shoot under fatigue. So because she's been a steady and calm one in the shooting end for them. So maybe putting on fresh legs in the goal attack to keep the ball moving, opening up the play for Cook to eventually get the ball.
I think it's a smart move from head coach Jane Lomas. Still chasing a win, trying something different. I think it's very clever from Isle of Man. And joining Cook is Chloe Swales. She enters into the goal attack role. A few more changes. We have Evans into wing defense. We've seen her a bit this competition in that position. She is relentless in her defensive pressure. Peasy keeps moving down court. We've seen her go from wing defense to goal defense and now into keeper. Another good decision, I think, giving Siti Masara something different to think about, a different player.
Yeah, that's right. And Peasy is also pretty tall. So I think probably a little bit more mobile than Kirkham. So I think just trying to get her to just move around the body, confuse the space so that the Malaysian mid-court players wouldn't sight Siti Maisara so easily.
And Kirkham was off to a good start, but I think change coming in at a good time. We've talked about using the bench. And we also see Macquarie into the goal defense role. Let's see what these different combinations can do for Isle of Man. Can it spur back this lead that Malaysia have managed to achieve in the first half? Siti Masara. And another stat to her name.
Malaysia has had such a dominant start in this third quarter, 5-0 in their favour.
Not the start Isle of Man would have been looking for. And we talked a little bit in the break, Pav, about the difference in shooting accuracy between these sides. So Malaysia sitting at 81.1%. Isle of Man, unfortunately, 57.6. Tough at this international level.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened, in my opinion, for their game against Singapore in day 1. So I think they've had a pretty good first quarter. Second quarter, I think it was slightly slower than what they did in the first quarter, but I think it was the second half of the game that really let them down, and I think it was their shooting percentage once again. Maybe taking the shots from slightly further than they usually do, and yeah, just not sinking it in, and then Singapore just blew out the score from there.
And they're able to sink that one. Malaysia with the centre pass. We see that double team. Almost a wall. At the centre pass, not quite having the effect it's looking for as Malaysia able to convert another. But Johnston, she wants the ball. She's off and running.
Look how fit she is.
so fit, but just tenacious. Never gives up. Oh. Chloe Swales, that would have been beautiful if she was able to pull that in. Lovely movement. Isle of Man just sitting off a little bit in defense through court. Evans hands over, but CT Masara too strong on the goal line. Jeez, she is dangerous out there. So effective.
And doesn't help that Amisha at the front, just getting the balls, passing and cutting, hitting circle edge, just sighting her so well.
And Diana with the goal line, she sneaks through. Oh, that combination. Rebound. And the finish. So this new defensive combination having probably just as much trouble as the first, as Malaysia come up with the ball again. Isle of Man just chasing defensively here. So important in transition to step up, get into that defensive position really quickly. You can't see Johnston on screen, but she is applauding her team, asking them for more.
That's what you take from an experienced player, you know, and just rallying your team, trying to get them together and really just resetting and just moving on from the mistakes. Wow, and quite a number of changes
there.
The
defensive change probably wasn't as effective as they were looking for. It's a tough shooting combination to break through, so we'll see Swales and Kirkham back on. CT Masara under the post. Johnston through the middle. Contact call. And Lee Sharani into that wing defence position for Malaysia. Something we've seen a bit this week.
I think she primarily plays in a wing attack role, but I think because the attack for Malaysia has been really dominant, so I don't think the coach sees a need to change things up. So I think injecting her as wing defense is quite a good change as well, because she has that speed, that agility. So I think she's going to be quite good going up against Hall.
Another astute observation from you, Pav. It is so great to have your netball knowledge and insight into the stream. Malaysia, and you are absolutely right about that attacking combination down there. So efficient, quick with the ball. Oh, beautiful drive. Do you know, I'm enjoying Chloe Swales out in the ball attack position.
Oh, I agree.
Very agile.
She has really nice movements in terms of how she takes her feet to the ball, how she provides the angles.
Cook very smart, just letting the ball dribble along the court to get a closer positioning. Malaysia with the centre pass. Swales nearly comes up with the ball. Long ball into the pocket. CT Masara just getting set, but a lot of attention from the defensive unit here. Kick in and out.
Lovely kick there by Amisha that received the ball at the top of the circle. Prime spot to just feed that ball into CT Masara.
Johnston with the centre pass, looks back to Evans. Ball, quick connection, onto the circle edge, swing ball. Oh, Leisha Rani. You said she was quick.
She's just like half a second late to that ball. Oh, wow, lovely contest there by Ashwini.
Oh, take the penalty here. Onto circle edge. Oh, Chloe Swales. Beautiful use of backspace. Oh, and the footwork call. Johnston flies at the ball. Evans with the contact. We'll see Ashwini taking the pass. And we'll have a 2-on-1 situation in the circle. Diana looks long, able to finish.
See the umpires on screen.
Ashwini with the ball. Strong hands over from Chloe. Bit of height through the middle, doesn't hurt. Oh, big rebound.
So what I really like about Kirkan is she really puts Siti Maisara in uncomfortable positions. She pushes us off away from the goalpost, unlike the other goalkeepers who have come in to try and take her on. Yeah, Kirkan really challenges Siti Maisara, and I think she's been the most effective so far.
A good matchup. Plenty of good matchups all the way down the court. Ball opening up. She's up high in that wing attack position. And of course we have two A-badged umpires. Adrian Abrahams from South Africa. Jessica Teng, a local umpire. Cook getting set for the penalty. Confident on the shot. There's our favourite Isle of Man supporters supporting granddaughter Peasy this week here in Singapore. 5 to go in this third term. Cook addresses the post, sinks another one.
Beautiful shot there by Cook. 2 in a row.
I've liked the change of her going into that goal shooter position. Malaysia.
Oh, lovely contest there by Swills. Fortunately, a stepping call against her. She ran to pick up that loose ball.
And Malaysia stepping in. Better position for the shot. And Isle of Man will have the centre pass. They go back to Evans. Loose ball. The contact call comes. And Johnston, she'll take the pass. Connects with Cook. Where we're seeing almost a little bit of a role reversal here now. So Cook doing some work outside the circle, allowing Swales to go in and set up. Handling a lot of the shooting volume though. Some more Manx Rams supporters on screen. Malaysia looking deep. And of course, if you are tuning in from the Isle of Man, good morning. It's nearly 8 a.m. there. Hope you're enjoying a coffee with your netball.
Having some good breakfast.
Cross-court ball.
Oh. Lovely pressure there by Nisharani.
She has been
Oh, wow.
well done.
So just read that so well. She saw that pass, shoulda pass about to happen. She ran into the right spot.
That's that pass they really need to be breaking down. Just under 3 to go, 46-26. Difference of 20 points has blown out a little bit here for Isle of Man. Malaysia, I think a very strong game from them today.
Yeah, I think their best game for this tournament.
I agree. They've had a few patchy quarters out there, but this is certainly the type of netball we know they can produce. Double team at the centre pass. Oh, and Leisharani, she has been good since coming on.
Yeah, not the position she usually plays in, but I think she's been effective.
And so versatile when you've got an attacking lineup like they do. The ability to shift across those mid-court positions as Malaysia setting up their offline defense, nearly coming up with the ball. Hall, give and go. A little pass and cut.
Oh, lovely triangle play there.
Opening up Cook. She's comfortable at that range. Malaysia head coach Chu Conley. She'll be happy with her side's performance today.
Yeah, they've really stepped up both all over the court actually, not just the attacking side, the defenders as well.
And another one. as they continue to extend that lead out to 21 now. Do you know what has impressed me, though, from the Isle of Man? They continue to play for the full 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think they have been relentlessly doing that every single game, despite the scoreline. I think they've been so good with their fighting spirit, just never giving up and then playing till the final whistle.
The fighting spirit is what they'll need to try and stay in this game. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. As you've said, the championship quarter and Malaysia have certainly taken control of this quarter. That shooter-to-shooter pass.
Tamara wants to go in and defend.
Yeah. Look, I don't think I could do anything against it. It's too strong.
Maybe an extra play for them.
Maybe if you sit on my shoulders.
Wow. How about you sit on mine?
Yeah. Then we might be able to break down that shooter pass. And Isle of Man will take the throw in. Cook, clever footwork. Obstruction. She doesn't need the second attempt.
She's getting her shooting groove now.
I think we saw her starting to fatigue a little bit at the end of the last quarter. So that move into the goal shooter role, very clever. So we come to the end of the third quarter. Not the result Isle of Man will be looking for at the moment. 49-29, the way of Malaysia. That's a tough margin to try and bring back. What do you think we can expect to see from the Manx Rams from this final quarter to try and reduce that margin?
I think the coach of the Isle of Man will be sticking to the defensive combination, because you can see the immediate impact, you know, with Swallows coming in goal defense and Kirkham in goalkeeper. I think it's shifting a little bit of momentum there, putting off Maisara in uncomfortable positions, once again I talked about, and forcing Nur Diana to actually sink in the shots. I think, yes, we still do see that shooter-to-shooter pass coming in between the two Malaysia shooters, but I think it is reduced quite a number. Yeah, so I think they'll be sticking to their defense. But I think in terms of the attacking, I think they just have to keep going. You know, like, just trust themselves, just reset, just knowing that it's their final quarter, just give it their all.
And we'll be back very shortly with that final quarter. $20 goals is the difference. The Isle of Man will be chasing down this lead that this Malaysia team have been able to set in day 4 of the Nations Cup. Pav, what have Malaysia done today that has set themselves up with this lead?
I think it's their timing onto the ball, that fast give and go, ball speed. Yeah, I think there's just been really in sync in their attack. Like, I've never seen so much chemistry between them, and I think they've displayed it in today's game. And on defense, I think they're willing to come out the circle, go for hands. Whenever it's a one-on-one situation, there's a lot of pressure over the ball, just cutting the Isle of Man attackers off their line, pushing them far and wide, getting into the spaces where they can be to intercept the ball. Yeah.
Oh, well done. Isle of Man coming up with the ball with an impressive effort there in defense. Johnston, stretch on the take, give and go. Gee, she does not let up.
Yeah, you know, we can always count on Johnston till the end. Like, she just goes on and on. She never gives up, and that's what I really, really like about her.
Very consistent player. I feel like she moves exactly the same at the end of the game as she is at the start.
Yeah.
Cook, we've enjoyed the change-up, seeing her go to that goal shooter position. She was carrying a lot of the shooting volume there. Has no doubt increased that half-time percentage for the Manx Rams.
I noticed a couple of changes for the Malaysian side. We have Ashwini moving from goal defense to goalkeeper. Delia Jasmine, who came off earlier with a little bit of a niggle, and then she's back on in goal defense. As well as a change in the goal attack position. We have Noor Izazrin coming on.
And with a lead and a margin like that, it makes sense to roll the changes. We'll see Malaysia taking on Singapore, the host nation, on Friday, 7 p.m. That'll be a really good match, don't you think?
Yes. I mean, the rivalry between Malaysia and Singapore is exactly like the rivalry we see between Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, it's whatever. Every time we come against each other, it's going to be hotly contested. Just so much on the line. Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good game to watch. So I do want everyone to come down and watch it live.
That's 7 p.m. local time here in Singapore. Friday, 7 November.
Oh, there we go. Lovely.
Adalia Jasmine leaps out of court.
The power of the mark. Like, she's really good just chasing those balls down, getting the tip.
And received some physio attention earlier, but looking all right as we see how goalers high five.
I noticed that Siti Maisara is no longer on court as well. They brought on a new goal shooter. So I'm guessing that's Fariza coming in as goal shooter for Malaysia. So practically the entire shooting and defensive end has made changes, just leaving the 3 in the middle.
And Amisha in that wing attack position for them. She's been an absolute highlight today. I've really enjoyed watching her game. And Isle of Man, after the rest day tomorrow.
Oh, wow. That was a really nice long-range shot.
Beautiful shot for Weezer.
She's really happy that, see that big smile on her face.
The depth they've got in that shooting circle. Oh, beautiful tip. And so Isle of Man on Friday, they'll be taking on Kenya at 5 p.m. Last year's Nations Cup winners. It was their first year into the tournament last year. And already they are top of the standings. They had an impressive hit out last night against Singapore. And the contact call here, we'll see Paul, who has played so many minutes this tournament.
Yeah, and she's the oldest in the team. So impressive.
So impressive. We are in awe. I'm tired just watching. Weezer out of the circle. Oh, she has a look. Kirkham. I'd like to see her do a little bit more of that, actually.
Yeah.
Just picking your moments. Perhaps not as fast as some of the other goalkeepers in this tournament, but very effective when she reads the play well. Able to come out and have a look at those.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter if she's not as fast. I think with that lanky arms, just being in that right position, just having a try, just going for the outside.
That was a beautiful ball.
The shot is in the circle, holding for a lob.
Look, bold of her at her height to say, yeah, I'm going to hold. Don't worry about Ashwini.
Yeah, man.
Let me take this baseline.
I've seen 3 balls just gone in like that.
Cook, if you happen to listen back, we're very impressed. We're really enjoying it. She's had a great game. But of course, Malaysia, the team to watch today. And another one.
So Tamara, you asked me during the third quarter break, what could our men do in this last quarter to try and, keep the scoreline a little bit closer. And actually looking at the scoreline, at the breakdown for this final quarter, they're actually in the lead. Yeah, so I think it's paid off.
In the lead.
Yeah,
well done, Isle of Man.
7 goals to Isle of Man and 5 to Malaysia.
And head coach Jane Lomas will be very happy with that. And look, what do you do as a coach, as a team unit, to sort of, you know, when things aren't maybe going your way, do you go back to the drawing board and set some other goals, or perhaps they already have, other goals that aren't so much about the win and loss and, you know, breaking down other measurables throughout the game? What are some measurements you'd be looking at to try and achieve?
Yeah, I think maybe just disregarding what has happened in the game so far. Like, if it's one more quarter to go, just really focusing on your center pass to goal. Maybe that's one step we could look at. Try and get at least an 85% success there. And then whenever possible, if there's a turnover, you want to try and bring it down all the way to goal. So looking at those 2 steps, I think once you get those 2 right, I think you can more or less secure that win for the quarter.
And Lee Sharani coming up with a beautiful positioned intercept. And talking about converting from a turnover, Malaysia have been good at that today. As Fawiza says, I will take that shot from length. Hall, give and go. Balances. That's the experience with, oh, the bounce pass from Swales into Cook. And Malaysia with the ball. Just under 7 minutes to go. 55-38, the way of Malaysia.
I didn't realize how young the shooting combination of the Malaysian team is in this final quarter. Both below 20 years old, one at 19 and one at 18.
And of course, Fawiza making her international debut this tournament. An impressive display from the youngster. Swing ball. Swales kicks it out, repositions, turns, and a swish.
See so much more confidence from Swales coming in this final quarter.
I really am enjoying this combination. A bit less traditional with the shorter goal shooter, but 8-10 the way of Manx Rams for this final term. Cook with the shot, able to convert. Malaysia with the centre pass. And Pav, you talked about being able to convert your centre passes. I think that's something that Isle of Man have done quite well this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think looking at the score gap, you can tell they're currently 3 goals up, just looking at the breakdown of this final term. Yeah, so much smoother on attack in terms of timing, execution, ball speed, and most importantly, their shooting accuracy.
I wondered if we might see Hattersley back out there, but no doubt we'll see her return to court against Kenya. They'll see them on Friday. Malaysia with the centre pass. Just under 5 to go. And if you're interested in those quarter breakdowns, 14-10, 16-9, 19-10 in the third quarter, all the way of Malaysia. And we're sitting at 10-12, the way of the Manx Rams, as Adalia Jasmine jumps over the boundary. She's been out that way twice now.
Well, all that was happening, Ashwini went for a really nice tip.
She has been good for Malaysia this week. Ball resets and goes, but we'll see the penalty in the circle. Little step in. And Malaysia with the centre pass. Oh, good court awareness there from Amisha. Finding circle edge, oh, and just a bit low on that bounce pass.
Yeah, it was just a little bit too far, so.
And Isle of Man, the bench still getting behind the on-court 7. Johnston,
Wow, she's just cruising down.
got a little knock and said, "You can't catch me." Here she is again. Oh, Hall. Oh, that was lovely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can be the shortest in the circle, but that hold, once you hold your position and really go upon the ball release, it's so hard to defend. It doesn't matter how short or tall you are.
Well, if you can hold but come off at the right time.
Yes, so it's really the timing of the hold to go for the ball.
And we saw just before assistant coach Nadia Masters getting up, hyping up the team. Cook unable to finish there. Malaysia with the rebound. Dahlia Jasmine. Strong hands from Amisha. Swing ball. Oh, they're the ones. And the pressure almost enough.
She went out, couldn't get that, but managed to rush back to tip that baseline run.
And the pressure has built enough that they're able to come up with the ball. Kirkham again. Johnston through the middle. Swing ball. Down court, Swales to Cook. Oh, they've really found a rhythm and a connection there. And able to convert. 2 to go.
Really liking this last quarter from the Isle of Man.
And perhaps Malaysia taking their foot off the pedal a little bit this fourth quarter. Not taking away at all from what Isle of Man have been able to do, but Malaysia with a big game tomorrow. You can see the Isle of Man bench. Can't quite see Nadia Masters, but she's up. She loves it. And look, that's, I think, what I've really enjoyed about the Manx Rams. What'd you call it before? Fighting spirit?
Yeah, fighting spirit.
That's a great description. Malaysia just too strong today. They've had a quality performance. Chu Kon Lee, their head coach, she will be happy. But no doubt we'll be asking for them to step it up again another level when they come up against Singapore on Friday night, 7 p.m. Believe the vendors are doing a meet and greet after that game.
I think the meet and greet is tonight.
The meet and greet is tonight.
Yeah, maybe there's one more on Friday, I'm not too sure.
Perhaps that's with Steph Fretwell. Someone's doing a meet and greet.
Yes, yeah, I think it's Steph Fretwell.
Someone's doing a meet and greet.
That someone is someone legendary.
And if there isn't anyone, come meet us in commentary.
Give us the match ball.
Oh, yeah, we would like the match ball. And of course, Pav, 42 caps to your name. There is plenty of netball royalty down here at the Nations Cup. 30 seconds to go. Game 1 of day 4. Start thinking, because I'm going to ask you after the game for your very, very unofficial MVP, but our commentator's MVP nonetheless. Chloe Swales. Haven't seen her as much this week, but have loved what she's produced this game. No goal, says the bench. So the clock counts down.
No goal?
The bench asking for no score.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
sorry.
okay.
They're asking for their defensive unit to prevent Malaysia from scoring another goal. That's what I mean, that 60-minute effort.
Okay.
I reckon the Isle of Man know they've won that quarter. But let's just take a minute to talk about Malaysia. So strong today. What have they done well for you?
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned earlier, it's really their timing, their ball speed. We see the mid-court and both wing attack and center really passing and cutting, and especially Amisha, like, she's been so dominant on the center pass. I think she's received most of the center pass. I don't know. I just see like a whole change in the Malaysia attack, and then we have that lovely chemistry between Nur Diana and Siti Maisara in the shooting end. Siti Maisara always so composed and reliable with her shots, and then Nur Diana being that playmaker at the front. Yeah. So I think what really mattered for Malaysia is they're all in sync. Their chemistry is showing, and they've been really relentless on defense. And whoever the coach has put on, I think they've done their job.
I couldn't agree more. We have absolutely enjoyed seeing Malaysia find their rhythm today. Isle of Man, though, not giving up until that final whistle, as we see the two teams huddle We can see Cook walking over to our event MC, Ziaul Rushan. He will be interviewing very shortly for the post-match interview, where the two representatives, one from each team, will sign the match ball and throw it into the awaiting crowd. Hasn't come our way yet. All right, that question. Who has been your MVP?
I think if I really had to pick one, I'll go with Amisha, the wing attack of Malaysia. Do you agree with me, Tara?
I agree. I'm nodding. You can't see it, but I'm nodding.
Yeah, I think, you know, usually the mid-cup players don't really get the limelight, but I think today she has really outshined in that position. And yeah, I think she's been so dominant. I bet her stats for center part receive has been overwhelming. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to see more of that when they come up against Singapore.
I couldn't agree more. The ball speed, the foot speed, she has been absolutely fantastic. Helping Malaysia to another win for this tournament. And we'll head down courtside.
Courtside with Becca Cook from the Isle of Man. Firstly, how are you feeling? That was quite a difficult result.
Yeah, that was a tough game. It was really good. I felt like we fought the whole game, and I'm really proud of our team.
Yeah, you certainly did fight, you and your teammates. Q4 was special, Q3 was difficult. What was the difference in terms of the plans for both those quarters?
The plan stays the same. We go out when we fight. It was a tough start to quarter three, but I think at the second half of that, we definitely got it back, and quarter four, we came out fighting. We wanted that.
Yeah, you could see that as well. We've talked about Isle of Man competing in this tournament for the first time. 4 days in, how are you and your teammates enjoying it?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Yeah, we're excited for a rest day tomorrow. Can't wait to explore Singapore, but yeah, feeling good and nice to have a rest.
I'm sure plenty of exploration, but when you come back on Friday, it's the defending champions, Kenya. That's going to be a big match.
It is, yeah, but again, we're going to come back fighting. We've never played teams like this, but it is amazing to play all these teams, and we're loving it.
Becca, thank you so much. If I could get you to sign the match ball, please. One last signature, that's into the camera. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Becca. Make some noise, Team Isle of Man. Ziaul Rushan courtside with the victors team, Malaysia's Haisha Maisara joins me. Haisha, how are you feeling after that win?
I feel very proud with my team because we can beat them.
It was a very strong performance against Isle of Man. Yesterday you won, today you won as well. Happy to keep winning?
Yes, we keep our strategy back and communicate back, and we did it.
And it's a young Malaysia team. SEA Games coming up. How is the preparation coming along for that tournament?
We feel very excited, and I'm proud to be the young player in my team, and I feel excited for SEA Games.
I can see that you're excited. Tomorrow is a rest day. Are you excited for the rest day?
Yes, we will be sightseeing to Singapore and go buy souvenir for my family.
And then when you come back on Friday, it's the big one. It's against the Singapore Vanders. I know netball is already a very intense sport, but going up against Singapore, is it extra special, extra pedas?
We will know.
All the best for Friday's game. I need you to sign the match ball for me. And the camera as well. And one last thing I need you to do is to throw the match ball into the girls. All right, on the count of three, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
And the ball is thrown to the awaiting fans. That has been such a nice touch after each game. Plenty of games still coming up. We have Papua New Guinea versus Kenya at 5 p.m, followed by Singapore versus Singapore A at 7 p.m. local time. Don't go too far, we'll be back with plenty more netball.
winner, Singlife Nations Cup 2025.